The Walker Center has helped shape the Salt Lake skyline for 100 years. But did you know its iconic flashing neon sign has come and gone a few times over the decades? In this week's edition of Uniquely Utah, Fox 13's Todd Tanner takes us up top and introduces us to the men who brought the building and its towering sign back to life.
As Fox 13's Uniquely Utah reporter, I get asked all the time, what's your favorite or most unique place in Salt Lake City that you've ever been to? And I have to tell you, it's where I'm at right now. Now, it's not a place where the public ordinarily gets to go, but right now I get to take you there with the help of video. I'm on the roof of the Walker Center, and today we are going all the way to the top.
It was once the tallest building between the Missouri River and the West Coast.
The Walker Center seems to have watched over the Salt Lake Valley for generations, though some generations have watched the Walker change.
It was down until we came along and bought the building.
Jim Tozer is talking about the iconic tower on top of the building with its vertical neon letters. He and co-owner Raju Shah met me on the roof of the 16th floor for a short history lesson about the tower, which first sprung up in the late 1940s.
They built this as a television tower, and then they moved the tower, I think, out to Ochre Mountains. Then the Walker Weather Tower, which started operating in 1953.
Know the code? Blue, clear skies. Flashing blue, cloudy skies. Red, rain. Flashing red, snow.
For 30 years, it kind of told everybody in the valley what the weather was. And so we knew whether to wash our car or whether to go skiing or whether tomorrow would be a good picnic day.
Growing up in Salt Lake City, Jim knew the code, but the towering sign he'd kept his eye on eventually fell out of fashion.
At one stage, Salt Lake decided it was tacky to have lights on the skyline. 83 was when it came down.
The forecast continued flashing from horizontal letters placed around the rim of the 18th floor for another 20 years or so, until Tozer and Shaw bought the building.
We thought putting the sign back would be a wonderful thing for Salt Lake.
Completed in 2008, today's tower is much like its predecessor, shooting 64 feet into the air. And I was invited to climb with a camera to share with you the view from the very top. Okay, so after a couple minutes of very careful climbing with my harness, here we are at the very top of the Walker Center, and this is what it looks like.
And we took some risk with the weather tower, and I think it's paid off very well.
It's got over 1,000 feet of neon spelling out the letters on that tower.
How accurate is the forecast?
Very accurate.
In the era of endless news and internet, it's hard to say how many people look to the Walker Center for weather, but what's certain is that many people look to the Walker with pride.
We've gone and redone this, put a new crown on this Queen of downtown Salt Lake.
In Salt Lake City, Todd Tanner, Fox 13 News.